All right, let's hit it. It's the 1960s. The Vietnam War and racism have deeply divided America. Here in Montana, the Anaconda Copper Company has closed their mines and thousands of Montanans are laid off. Proposals are flying around to create coal-fired power plants that would devastate the Yellowstone River. Montanans are fired up.
Montana's original constitution was drafted in 1889, and after 50 years of big companies influencing our state politics, people deeply distrusted their government. State leaders were making big decisions behind closed doors and without record of how representatives were voting. With little accountability, it was clear we had outgrown that original document.
In November of 1971, 100 delegates were elected and tasked with drafting a new constitution. No current politicians were allowed to participate. They were ordinary people from all walks of life. The group included 20 farmers, 11 housewives, 1 beekeeper, and 19 women. Representation unheard of at the time.
They worked 56 days late into the night. They reviewed 2,300 pages of constitutions from around the world. They received 1,500 letters from fellow Montanans, and they welcomed public testimony. For the first time, they insisted that meetings were open to the public and all the votes were recorded.
The resulting constitution had some unique qualities. It introduced sunshine laws, the public's right to know, and transparency in government. It enshrined a right to privacy and a right to a clean and healthy environment. We were the first state in the nation to commit to preserving American Indian culture, securing Native American education in our Constitution.
Whew. All right, well, it wasn't all rosy. Not everybody was on board with this. The Constitution was opposed by the Montana Farm Bureau, which is the state's largest agricultural organization, who thought that it gave too much power to the state and not enough to local government. There were others that thought the environmental policies were a little too strict, and at the end, it passed very narrowly by only 2,500 votes out of 230,000.
Our Declaration of Rights includes 34 individual rights, more than the U.S. Bill of Rights. Out of all the Rocky Mountain West, only Montana has created and adopted an entirely new second constitution. It is hailed as the most forward-thinking constitution in the nation, and countries have used it to model their own.
We think the very best thing to come out of the Constitution is a provision that puts power in the hands of local people and acknowledges that Montana was going to continue to change. We're the only state constitution in the nation that gives cities and counties the opportunity every 10 years to review and possibly amend our form of government.
During a 2-year study, the commissioners look at the structure of government and compare it against the alternative forms allowed by law. We're not changing current policy or doing a performance review of staff. We're going Schoolhouse Rock style back to the basics, asking, what is the balance of power between the legislative and executive branches, and would a change make it more efficient?
We are a nonpartisan group of volunteers, and here are some fun facts. Don Seifert is in the Montana Rodeo Hall of Fame. Steve White has skied 66 consecutive seasons at Bridger Bowl. Jeff Krause here said that Kara, our MC, saved his life once. Janae Hagan has lived in 5 states and 3 countries, and Klaus has 24 great-grandchildren.
We've been putting the Study and Study Commission. We've interviewed and surveyed elected officials and county staff, mailed a survey to voters, and we accept public comment online and at our Friday morning meetings. We're hosting listening sessions throughout the county in November. Your feedback will help improve our recommendations for your ballot in November of 26.
So how does this impact you? If you don't live within a city, Gallatin County is your closest form of representation. Basically, if you live anywhere on this map, you live in Gallatin County. The city of Bozeman is also doing a government review, so our processes are separate, and you should participate in both of them.
Gallatin County services touch your everyday life. From the regional park on Oak and Davis to snow plowing streets, only the ones with the green colored signs, to the Logan landfill, fairgrounds, health department, DMV, sheriff, and even land use planning. Many don't pay attention in county government, but it has a huge impact on your daily life.
All right, we're going to look at the county's current structure. We're operating under the county default, which was set up in the Montana State Constitution. The green and blue positions here are all elected, and they are partisan, which means they have an R or a D next to their name on the ballot. We have 3 county commissioners that serve 6-year staggered terms. They are nominated by one of 3 districts and elected at large.
The last time Gallatin County did a study was in 1996. The commission recommended some changes which required voters to approve a new form of government. While the details were approved by the voters, the change in form of government did not pass, so the status quo remained the same. Gallatin County's government is the same as it was in 1972, yet our population has quadrupled.
Our study commission is considering some big questions, like the impact of a shift from general powers government, which is what we currently have, to self-governing powers, which is what the city of Bozeman has. General powers are expressly outlined by statute, while self-governing powers are more open but can be limited by the state legislature. We're looking at checks and balances.
Beyond the big picture of the form of government, we can propose additional changes such as changing elections to nonpartisan, requiring minimum professional qualifications for elected positions, change positions from elected to appointed, or increase the number of districts for county commissioners.
So why do I give a shit? I'm raising a little person named Stanley, and I'm really concerned about democracy and the world that he's going to inherit. So engaging in local politics gives me hope and it gives me agency, because in Montana, we still have so much in common, and we solve problems with our neighbors over a beer. You have an outsized voice here, and you have direct access to your government.
While researching this PK, I learned that it was 2 high school students from the Fort Peck Indian Reservation that asked for the right to learn about their culture. 2 delegates picked up the cause, and now it's in the Constitution. You and I can make a difference in Montana, keeping it a place that we love, fiercely defending our land, our community, and our home, and protecting our pets' quality of life.
So you asked for this study, and now it's time for you to tell us what you want. You don't need to be a political junkie like us. There are no dumb questions. There are no dumb suggestions. We want to make sure your government is working for you. Our fellow commissioners are in Three Forks right now at a listening session, and there's more to come.
So please go to our website for more listening session dates. Again, we're going through November. Fill out our input form on the website and sign up for emails. We're happy to answer any questions. We'll be at the lobby and intermission at the end.
Thank you.